What's up, everybody? It's your boy. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this. I'm glad I just remembered because sometimes ideas be going through my head. I wanted to talk about this Busta Rhymes Wuha record because I used to hear it all the time during the World Cup. As I'm sure those of y'all who follow the World Cup, you probably heard this all the time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Classic. And it was great that they used it for the World Cup campaign. I think it was what was it Adidas, something like that, right? And now I really want to talk about this record because this is probably my father's favorite hip hop record ever. Certainly one of them. Actually, no, probably maybe his second favorite. Let's just say I've said He Got Game was probably his favorite for sure, hands down. But this is absolutely one of my favorite. I love this song, but my dad absolutely loves this record. And the first time I played it, my dad was like, "What the hell is like? Did this dude sample Fela or something like that?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh, I don't know, something about this." He's like, "It just sounds like they just copied Fela." And I'll get back to that because my dad heard something that I think is very interesting. So I'll get back to that, but let's first talk about Busta Rhymes. Now, as you know, this is a classic record, classic video. I mean, I'll go through it briefly. There's not much I can say other than it's brilliant. I mean, even Kendrick, others have copied that sitting in the car. It was lame the way that Kendrick and his boys did it, but that's beside the point. But this video is classic. The fisheye lens, the whole shit. Okay, so we'll just go through it, and then I'll talk about why I think Busta Rhymes is the first great African rapper. Let's go. Yo, yo,
Hey, yo, yo,
yo.
yo, yo. Let me fuck up your mind all the time. Showing you the rhythm as I get wrecked and get raw. Yeah, I see the man.
Oh, let's go.
Busta Rhymes. So, yo, one more time, I come. Go ahead, so that make you act real dumb. Yo, I put your fruit like flowers. Run up in your grip like my name was search.
I love that shit. Let's go, nigga. Everything remains raw. Niggas are spazzing in the car. Everything remains raw. When was the last time hip hop did this for you, man? Oh man, it's so dead. Hip hop is so dead. Jeez, shout out to Spliff Star, man. Niggas in the car losing their shit. The first time I heard this record, I was losing my shit. I didn't hear this record until maybe the mid 2000s because that's when I went back and I heard The Coming. But the Wuha, obviously, I'd heard before that. But, I went back. I told you, like, mid 2000s is really when I started to dig because of how whack shit was getting. So I was like, oh, okay. I now have the time to go back and start listening to older records. And then I'm listening to Everything Remains Raw. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Shout out to Easy Mo B. This beat's hitting. And run up in your crib like my name was Search Warrants. Anyway, absolute classic. Absolute classic. Great way to start off the video. And actually a funny transition into the Wuha record. So let's go.
I come, knucklehead flow that make you act real dumb. Yo, I burn your fruit like flowers. Run up in your grip like my name was Search Warrants. I make sure everything remains raw.
And this is, again, hip-hop is supposed to be fun, mischievous, a good time. So much of this stuff is like drab and dark and corny and people overthinking shit. No emotion. I mean, listen, I put Busta Rhymes, you can see on this list, 7th greatest rapper ever. And I'm telling you, bro, I've been on forums, hip-hop forums since the early 2000s, right? Like, I've seen people diss Busta. Busta sucks. He's not a good rapper. He's never been great. He was only good on a couple of Tribe Called Quest records. And you're like, what? Are you fucking dumb? I'm telling you, so many of these people are frauds. So many of these heap dudes who, pretend to know rap, complete frauds. They've never heard the shit. They don't know shit. They wait for people like me to tell them what's hot. And usually they'll have a bit of pushback. But once it starts to get acceptable, then they go, yeah, Busta, I love your shit. You know you're one of the greatest rappers ever, right? Yeah, okay. You just figured this out. Anyway, let's go on.
I make sure everything remains raw. I make sure everything remains raw. I make sure everything remains raw. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. When I step up in the place, yo, I step correct.
Got you
all in check. I got that head nod shit that make you break your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check. Busta Rhymes up in the
Busta Rhymes. Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta pause, but this is fucking fire. Okay, now to me, shout out to Hype Williams, brilliant video. But just the fact that he's like leaping in the air, it's freedom, right? I mean, and that's the whole. I mean, I'm sure this stuff is not coincidental, right? These are smart people that come up with this kind of shit. But it's that freedom to just let loose, man, because that's that's what we want, right? So I love that shit. You see the visual of him just like an angel and shit. Let's go, lift off, nigga.
When I step up in the place, yo, I step correct.
Swag. And he's in the, anyway, this is like your old grandfather in the photo or some shit.
Place, yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod shit that make you break your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check. Busta Rhymes up in the place. True indeed. Yes, I got the record that's worth of my seed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like to ya read. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide knockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some weed. Man, charge nigga, now I must proceed. So we about to make moves, set speed. Peace to baby,
let's go. Peace. Peace to Jerobi. What up, Jerobi? Jerobi's a cool cat, man. I mean, I met him once in Brooklyn. He was with a bad chick, actually. But where was it at? Damn. I forget the name of the spot. But he was a really nice guy. You know, he's a man of the people. Shout out to Jerobi.
Man, charge nigga, now I must proceed. So we about to make moves, set speed. Peace to baby, fight Q-tip, I need Shahid. Watch me knock you out like Apollo Creed. Body blows, busting your shit, making you bleed. Just feed off dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just tweet. Hey, you can't read all about the pure breed. Do the global dance, my do the pepper seed. When I step up in the place, yo, I step correct.
Got you all the check.
I got that head nod shit that make you break your neck.
Got you all the check.
And you know we come through to wreck that discotheque.
I got you all the check.
Throw your hands up in the air.
Never disrespect. Never.
I got you all in check. How dare you ever try to step on my suede shoes? Top gun shut down your firm like Tom Cruise. Please let me get down and blow a fuse. Acting fool, breaking shit down to molecules. Yo, let me hit you with my ill street blues. Busta Rhymes always headlines the street news. Baby girl, don't be confused. Step by 17 and enjoy my boat cruise. I know you really wanna know who's coming through, leaving blood stains and residues. Sorry, homeboy, but your flow sounds used.
Yes.
Got the way you do, baby. You know the rules. Whenever I travel the world, I land cruise. If you choose to fuck around, you get bruised. Now I got you gas on super unleaded fuels. Give me room, give me some space, your excuse. When I step up in the place, then I step correct.
I got you all the check.
I got that head.
And the way he's rapping, it's almost like he's doing some Caribbean shit. But again, this is the brilliance of this, right? He's mixing the black diasporas. Again, I'm sure some of this is conscious, some of it is probably subconscious or just coincidental. But it's cool. Like, again, that West Indian type of thing, but the beats, some African, West African shit, you know? I mean, this is where you start to go, oh, I like this nigga. And your beats communicate so much about what you are and what you're trying to do. It's like when I call Doom the Brazilian rapper and people don't get it, right? To a certain extent. Because when you look at Doom's best records, he's rapping over some Brazilian shit, right? Rhinestone Cowboy. It's like that that bossa nova fucking flow, but villainous. Anyway.
That make you break your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check. You now rockin' with the best. Busta Rhymes coming through from the footnote squad. Boy Scouts who I be. Straight to your dome. We coming straight to your dome, bringing all your ruckus to all you rap motherfuckers. Boy Scouts who I be. Flip mode is a spit on.
Flip mode is a squid on. So much personality. I think I've mentioned this, but I have an ex-girlfriend who is from, oh my god, dumb and I don't want to put her on blast like that, but she didn't really listen to rap like that, but she was like, my favorite rapper is Busta Rhymes. Again, this is like 10, 15 years ago. I was like, Busta Rhymes? Interesting. And then I started, but again, you start to think about these things. You're like, you know what, man? People love Busta Rhymes, as they should. He's freaking incredible. And again, Busta, this is that West Indian mixed with the African, the West African. There's a lot going on with Busta's shit.
Rhymes break it down like this. Yo, which motherfucker stole my flow? Throw them type of niggas right out my window. Blast your ass, hit you with a direct blow. Coming through like G.I. Joe. Star Wars moving ill like Han Solo. Make you bounce around like this was Calypso. Always shine cause I got the high pro glow. You think that you can hide, you think you can lay low. Roll up on your ass like Hawaii 5-0.
I'm sorry, I love that.
High pro glow.
You can lay low and he damn near disappears from frame.
Think that you can hide, you think you can lay low. Roll up on your ass like Hawaii 5-0. Back out with my dreads and my Kango. Forget about when nigga just passed them Cisco. Yo, take a trip down to Mexico. Come back with that shit that might make you psycho. Maximum frequency studio stereo. Sorry, this is it, but homeboy, I got to go. I step up in the place and yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that shit that make you break your neck. I got you all in check. Hey, you know we come through to make the disco check. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check.
And in the background, got you all in check. You see, Busta was arguably already one of the greatest rappers just by releasing this alone. I mean, come on, man. The material speaks for itself. This song is fucking incredible. This is his first, solo album. He was already one of the greats just off this alone. Obviously, this has been parodied. I want to see if I can find this. I just thought about this. The Dave Chappelle Byah. Oh my god, this had me crying. Dog. Oh, this shit. Anyways, like, this is one of the things, you can't replicate this stuff anymore because, again, with social media, everybody's, cloud chasing, blah, blah. But this is in the era before everybody was searching for attention, and we just love great content. And it wasn't so, like, how do I say this? It was like for heads, Like, this is what I loved about Chappelle. Chappelle would make these jokes that were really, at that time, they were really for the heads. And when he was talking about Howard Dean and all that, and then this came in out of nowhere, bro, I was on the floor. I mean, these are things where you're like, it was obvious that Chappelle's show was some of the best shit you've ever seen in your life, because routinely it was just making you laugh, but not just laugh, but like, where you're like, I've never seen shit like this before. That's how you know someone is on some new shit. So
I got a sex policy that'll break your neck. Yo, got you all in check. Going to Washington, down to Vermont, down to
even had director. Shout out to Hype Williams. So anyway, I say all this very quickly to say that obviously classic record, amazing song. So when I first played it, I was playing it. This is years and years ago. I was playing it around the house, and my dad was like, "Huh." He's like, "Who is this? This is like this is someone sample fella or some kind of old, record?" And I was like, no, it's actually by, I don't think so." I mean, I was like, "Oh, I love this." Anyways, and what he loved about it was the beat, especially. He loved the beat right off the bat, but even the way the guy was rapping on it, he's like, he sounds drunk, right? But again, in a lovable way. And it's like that guy in the village. And for those of y'all who know what I'm talking about, right? Especially from those back home, I don't know how it's like in the West Indian communities, but I'm sure it's probably the same sort of shit, anyways, because drunk people are everywhere essentially. So this could go for any village. But you know how like every village has like that one known drunkard. Everyone knows who he is. We all love him. Usually it's a him. It's almost never a woman. We all love the dude. The dude could be a bit of a nuisance sometimes, as long as he doesn't get into too much trouble. You might even see the dude without clothes or some shit. And it's an annoyance, but sometimes you're like, it is what it is. It's all good, right? So again, Busta has that like neighborhood homeboy. I'm wasted, but I'm just having a great fucking time right now. Flow, village shit, right? And so again, I just think it's interesting how much that translate across different cultures, because again, black folk are not a monolith. There are certain things I guess you could say we have in common, sort of, but ultimately, we're very, very different communities, of course, right? By the time you're getting into Jamaica and Dominica and Grenada, I mean, these are completely different people. Just as the moment you leave Igbo land and you're getting into Yoruba land and the Hausas, completely different people, right? But still, to have, and this is the power of music, to make something that almost it kind of encapsulates so many people at one time is powerful. Now, the sample for Wuha, because I was thinking to myself, why would my dad say this kind of shit? But then I was like I looked up the sample, and there was some, this guy, Canadian actually, shout out to us, the Maple, the Six, who we run hip hop now. But it's a funk instrumental from Galt MacDermont. So it's not, some fela or old school Nigerian high life record or whatever. So it's like, okay, I mean, that's interesting. But then I looked at this a little bit deeper recently, and I stumbled upon something I thought was really fascinating. So let's look at Mr. Galt MacDermont. So Mr. Galt MacDermont, shout out to him, legend. You'll notice, right, that in fact, here, he received a bachelor's degree in music from Cape Town University, South Africa. Right? Because this guy's old as hell, right? Like he was born in 1928 and made a study of African music his specialty. So he was in fact, and this is what I think is so interesting about sampling. He was in fact sampling or somewhat borrowing from African music, obviously, right? And then made his own thing. And then hip hop, Rashad Smith, shout out to Rashad Smith, the producer, Rashad Smith and Busta sort of sampled again. So it's almost like that's how music travels. It's so interesting like that, right? So it's almost like they brought it back home in a way. Again, I'm not saying that MacDermont stole. I'm not even getting into that. But clearly, this guy was inspired by African music. So that in itself told me everything. And I started to say, oh, that's what it is. And interestingly enough, when I was listening to some older sort of high life music that my parents grew up on, like Chief Oliver the Coque, shout out to you, my man, rest in peace. When you listen to some of these records, you're like, oh, I get it. Now, again, music is, it doesn't really have borders, quote unquote, and it does travel, and people are inspired by others as well. So when Galt MacDermont was doing his, I'm sure he was inspired also by James Brown. It's a funk shit. Just as I'm sure people back home, huge James Brown fans. And my father's favorite artist of all time is James Brown. So I'm pretty sure that Chief Oliver the Coque, who's from back home in Nigeria, was inspired by James Brown, right? But again, if you hear these things, you'll see how it's interesting how the inspiration all kinds of follows each other, right? And where it ends up. So let's go. Wait for it. It'll get to it. beat that kicks in now. That dun dun dun. Like to me, like that. Then like there's a way that the beat is, and just like the instruments. I'm like, there's a little bit of again. There's some little bit of that Busta shit going on here. Let me see if I can find another. The Oriental brothers. I'm putting you on to some old school Igbo music, right? Oh, let's see if this one is plays. But these are the kind of things, man.
Your camera roll has all the ingredients.
I don't hear about that. Listen, man, this is why, again, I keep saying, like, if you're a rapper, you're a producer, you gotta pay attention to more music than just soul music from the 70s, man. I like, with all due respect, you know, like, listen, we all grew up on that stuff. James Brown, The Foundation, obviously, we get it, right? The breakbeats, The Foundation. Yes, but the world is your oyster, right? Like, expand, sample shit, bring it back home, right? Right? You can kind of hear that. This is that. You know what I'm saying? Like this is our music. So again, this is why, like, when Busta's rapping on this kind of shit and it's hard and you're like, oh shit. This is why I would say Busta Rhymes is the African West Indian rapper, right? And then you look at the next single, which was, well, I should say the next album, right? Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See It, and he's taking it back, Coming to America, right? I'm sure, you know, these things, these are the questions people need to ask Busta Rhymes. Anyways, if you borrowed it from me, just try to give me some credit, okay? But, you know, people be asking these very basic, what was it like when you and Big hung out? Did you see him shoot Pac? It's like, who cares? It's fucking 2026. Ask him about this shit. Ask him, did you realize that when you were making some of those songs that they were some of the, like, most sort of diasporic black music anyone had heard from hip-hop at that time? Now, again, he's not the first person to take it back to Africa, quote unquote. I'm familiar. I know X-Clan, Jungle Brothers. People did this before. Shout out to them, right? But I am saying that Busta Rhymes arguably did it better. And I know that Busta's a student of those guys. He's a native tongues guy, right? That's the whole thing with native tongues. He's a student of that shit. So he's not the first to do it, but he's one of the best to do it, clearly, right? And so my point is, did he think about this stuff? Like, did he notice that certain audiences really gravitated to this song versus that? Anyway, those are the questions that I wish people would ask these rappers, but it is what it is, man. People always ask the dumb shit because, you know, most of these guys who give their interviews, these are casuals. They don't really know and they don't care. It's just about clout for them. But on that note, love the song. Love Busta Rhymes. What do you think of this song? Let me know. Peace and love, everybody. One.